campionato di calcio italiano.
The venue for the 1990 World Cup final, the Olympic Stadium in Rome, is a setting for our featured game today. Welcome to Futbol Italia Mezzanotte and Roma against Inter. Coming up later in the programme, all the goals from the final week's matches in Serie A before the Christmas break, and highlights too of the league leaders Parma against Napoli. Well, Inter's coach Osvaldo Bagnoli fields the same 11 which emphatically defeated Sampdoria a week ago. The good news is that number 9 Davide Fontalan has passed a late fitness test. Carlo Mazzoni's only doubt as regards his starting formation was cleared hours before the kick-off. It means Rogerio Rizzitelli keeps his place and partners Balbo up front. Thomas Hessler is still in the United States with the German national team, while Roma's new signing from Sampdoria, Marco Lana, misses his 4th consecutive league game through injury. Last season, this match ended 4-1 to Roma. It was Roma's first win against Inter for 5 seasons, home or away. Inter to get this match underway. They're chasing Milan up at the top of Serie A, and an early touch here for Maniconi. Bergkamp. Incidentally, Inter's 2 away wins this season have come against Udinese and Lecce, 2 of the weaker sides in Serie A. They've also been beaten twice on their travels. This is Antonio Pagani. Showed too much of the ball to Capioli. Throw-in goes Inter's way. There's Antonio Pagani, the 27-year-old elder brother of Massimo, who wears the number 5 jersey for Inter in this match. Bergkamp now. All the way back to Battistini. Inter offside. Rather a sedate opening to this match. Inter, remember, unbeaten in their last 3 Serie A games since going down 1-0 at Genoa. In that period, they've scored 8 goals. This is Ruben Sosa. Sliding it through to Shalimov. Ran into Mihajlovic. And here's Bergkamp. Oh, hooked away. Just as Bergkamp's header was looking for a colleague in a blue and black striped shirt. Antonio Pagani. Well, the dummy fooled nobody, least of all the Roma defenders, and it's all the way through to Laurieri in the Roma goal. And there's a free kick for the home side. Mine is Balbo, who returned in midweek from the USA, where he was playing for Argentina. In fact, the free kick's gone Inter's way. Battistini with a free kick. Giannini finding Capioli. Well, the goalkeeper has been troubled in his opening few minutes. Capioli. Antonio Pagani. And Shalimov to his right. Bergkamp's header gives possession away. That was a rather risky clearance by the Roma man. 11 here is Rizzitelli trying to manufacture some time and space before he was fouled by Shalimov. Mihajlovic trying to get some width into this Roma raid. Might come down to Balbo. Oh my goodness, he really got hold of that shot, Balbo. Hasn't scored in his last 3 games for Roma, but he did score the winner for Argentina against Germany, and maybe he's got a taste of it now. His coach will certainly have enjoyed that one, Carlo Mazzoni. Bergkamp now has to come forward and aid his attack. Bergkamp. Cluster of red-shirted players around him. Picks out Maniconi. Antonio Paganin. Might come down to Shalimov. Davide Fontalan. And the marking there was just a little bit disappointing. Davide Fontalan only had the merest of seconds to take aim and shoot, and he wasn't a million miles away from giving into the lead. Inter's player of the year so far, Davide Fontalan. He'll be hoping to go to the USA next year for the World Cup. Mind you, there's several players in Serie A with their eye on that competition. Fontalan had his studs flying there around about the face of Mihajlovic, so Roma have the free kick. This is Kumi standing over the ball, who continues in the sweeper role for Roma in Lana's absence. Balbo claims a corner, and Balbo gets a corner. Well, Inter have dominated the few chances that have been available in this match. What can Roma do here? Headed clear by Battistini. Battistini scored his first goal of this season last week against Sampdoria. That was with his head. It was a peculiar first touch by Bergkamp, and he was rather fortunate to see the ball ricochet through to Shalimov. This is Kumi. Shalimov picks out Sosa, who combines well with Bergkamp. Antonio Paganin. And just for the moment, Inter always appear to have a spare man available. Shalimov helping it on to Bergami. Orlando. Mihajlovic to the rescue. First touch by Balbo. Giannini flicks it on, and there's a breakaway raid here. Swept into the path of Balbo. Balbo shoots, and Balbo scores! Oh, the gold route is over for Abel Balbo. And that trip to the USA has done him no harm whatsoever. It was a brilliant move involving Festa and Balbo, and the coolest of finishes by Abel Balbo. It's his 5th goal of the season. And Argentina know when they go to the World Cup next year, they have a striker of outstanding potential. That goal coming after 14 minutes of the match. And you have to say it's come against the run of play. Balbo again. Looking for Rizzitelli. Clearance came off Rizzitelli. Yet to score in his last 9 Serie A games. The Roma fans are still celebrating the goal scored by Abel Balbo. Massimo Pagani. Once again, the final ball by Inter has been disappointing. What can Shalimov produce here? Mihajlovic has had a very impressive game so far, tucking in to aid his defence and frustrate Inter in their aim of finding a way through. And Rizzitelli leads the charge now for Roma, and that should be at least a yellow card for Giuseppe Bergami. There was little attempt to play the ball, and that was a blatant trip from behind. So the first caution of the game for Inter's captain. He'll be 30 next Wednesday. Riccitelli has obviously picked up some sort of head injury. I can't imagine he's done that shaving. Free kick then to Roma, who lead by a goal to nil. It was aimed towards the head of Balbo. Couldn't trouble Walter Zenga in the Inter goal. In fairness, Zenga stood very little chance when that shot from Balbo was accurately placed past him after 14 minutes of the match. Sosa. 8 here is Maniconi. Maniconi again. Massimo Paganini away from Balbo. Well, he really got hold of that shot, Massimo Paganini. This was a thunderous drive. Just got underneath it a touch. And maybe that gives you some indication of Inter's frustration of being unable to work a path closer to Roma's goal. Mihajlovic. It's through to Shalimov. Bergkamp. This looks more promising. Orlando now. Shalimov's first touch was good, but there was just too many red-shirted players in that Roma box. The attack hasn't finished yet. 8 here is Maniconi. You'd never guess that Roma were playing at home, would you? Shalimov. Mattistini got his head to the ball to deny Riccitelli. And just for the moment, Roma playing with neurotic caution. Every time Inter gain possession, they throw players behind the ball. Mihajlovic. Second goal now could really seal it for Roma. Can they foul Balbo here? Oh, that's almost a second goal for Riccitelli. He stole in on the back post, ghosted into that inviting position, and it was a good contact too with a header. That was an outstanding save by Zenga. Always difficult for the goalkeeper when the header is placed low, and that's exactly what Riccitelli managed to do then. And now it's Inter's turn to be on the defensive. And it almost got squeezed in on the near post once again through Festa. And twice now in the space of 2 minutes, Roma have come close to giving their coach Carlo Mazzoni a 2-goal advantage at half-time. And more pressure now for Inter with that free kick given away quite carelessly by Battistini. I think he's as angry with himself as with the referee. The Inter defensive wall has retreated further than the statutory 9 metres. So this should aid the taker of the free kick. Will it be Mihajlovic? It will be Mihajlovic. Oh, that's an outstanding stop by Zenga. Roma have finished this first half on a high. And Inter can thank their goalkeeper Walter Zenga for keeping them in this match. Mihajlovic again. Clever little back heel to pick out Bonacina. Mihajlovic, oh, wasn't as accurate as his free kick, which really stretched the grasp of Walter Zenga to its utter limits. And that free kick recorded at about 60 miles an hour. Isn't it really the best Inter have managed in the last 10 minutes or so by Davide Fontelan? More in hope than accuracy. Could take a deflection, so Inter have the corner. Rizzitelli, Maniconi. Antonio Paganini looking for Ruben Sosa, who's just looked a pace behind the game in the opening 45 minutes. Massimo Paganini. Shalimov. Ruben Sosa. Shalimov. Giannini. Inter just have seemed short of attacking ideas in this first half, and their free-flowing football has stalled for long periods. Here's Rizzitelli. Shalimov finding Maniconi. Inter have had plenty of possession in midfield. There's been no real edge to their game. This is Shalimov. Bergkamp now. And it's going to be a free kick to Inter right at the death of the first half. Bergkamp was tripped as he tried to turn the Roma defence. And Ruben Sosa can bend and swerve these free kicks. That one headed clear by Festa, the player on loan to Roma from Inter. Balbo will leave the throw. And it's been a good first half for Roma. Bergkamp, former Italian national team captain. Another hopeful ball. There's been far too many of those by Inter. This one aimed towards Balbo, who's stolen a march on Massimo Paganini. Still Balbo now. And the final pass intercepted as Balbo tried to find a colleague and open up Inter once again. And at the interval, Roma have that one-goal advantage given to them by Abel Balbo 14 minutes into the game. And for all Inter's possession in the opening 45 minutes, they haven't really managed a shot on goal. Half-time score, Roma 1, Inter 0. Maybe it's not too much of a surprise to see Roma leading Inter by a goal to nil at half-time. It's somewhat typical of Roma's season. Impressive wins against the likes of Juventus, Sampdoria and Parma. But they've lost to unfashionable clubs, Piacenza and Cremonese. Roma playing from right to left in this second half. No substitutions for either team at the interval. This is Giannini. And yet later in the programme, all the goals from the other Serie A matches. There's Giannini, nicknamed the Prince in Italy. He was top scorer last season, but has yet to score in a Serie A match this term. Ruben Sosa helping the ball onto Shalimov. Put clear by Festa, only as far as Bergkamp. He really has been fed on crumbs in terms of accurate passes towards the edge of the Roma penalty area. This is Balbo. Capioli. And Roma have the free kick. Well, I think that was a contentious decision which went Roma's way. Maybe the slow motion replay will reveal Battistini did take a kick at Capioli. Luigi Collina, today's referee. One of the most easily identifiable officials in Italy, but one of the best. Now has that defensive wall retreated the statutory 9 metres? The answer is no. We are encroaching just a little bit here. Balbo! That's another great stop by Zenga. And Zenga's had to make remarkable saves now at the end of the first half to deny Mihajlovic, and now to deny Abel Balbo what would have been his second goal of the match. And Shalimov and Bergkamp parted, and the ball flew between them. Giannini. Just wonder whether it's going to take a mistake by Roma to allow Inter back into this match. Davide Fontelan. Oh, that's brilliantly done. Oh, the skill there to hook the ball up off the turf and have a shot on goal was outstanding. Oh, this was skill at its very highest. Sadly, the shot didn't match up to the skill which preceded it. Giannini. Foul by Giannini, and Inter will have the free kick, and there's going to be another caution here. It's obviously something number 5 Comey must have said to the referee after the whistle had been blown. He follows Bergkamp into the referee's notebook. This is Maniconi. Bergkamp. Sosa screaming for the ball. Only Inter could just funnel it in towards him. Just wonder whether Inter might think of making a change as Ruben Sosa takes his corner kick. Garcia. Hasn't been the most fluid of matches. Neither team have been committed to all-out attack, and with Roma scoring such an early goal, their tactics then were to frustrate Inter. Garcia has been injured, and this is the instant which caused it. Garcia, who missed the decisive penalty against Sampdoria in the shootout in the Italian Cup in midweek. Shalimov, who has regained a place in the Inter team at the expense of Wim Jonk. Well, that's a poor kick out by Zenga. Massimo Paganini. Giannini. Rizzitelli is still in a march here. Balbo. That was always ambitious to try squeeze the ball in on the near post. But there was some very slack defending there by Inter. They had possession right on the edge of their own penalty area. They eventually lost it to Giannini. And then Balbo's shot just whistled wide. And that's going to be a caution for Giuseppe Giannini for the foul on number 4, Shalimov. Inter will have the free kick. Inter continue to be frustrated. They trail Roma by a goal to nil. And remember, they're unbeaten in their last 3 Serie A games. So Delano comes on for Inter. Would he be the key to unlock the Roma defence? That's Festa's clearance. He's had 2 attempts at clearing the ball now. That's dangerous play by Dennis Bergkamp. Free kick to Roma. There's Ruben Sosa, 7 goals this season. He's had little chance of adding to that tally in this match. That's where the referee interpreted dangerous play against number 10, Dennis Bergkamp. Delano. Well-flighted cross, looking for Bergkamp. Inter have the corner after Carboni headed clear. And this is Benedetti coming on now for Roma, the defender who scored in last season's corresponding fixture. Oh, there was some uncertain defending there by Roma. Comi was at the centre of it. The sweeper. Davide Fontalan still arguing with the referee that there was an infringement there as the ball came across. Get into onto the corner. Benedetti. Benedetti will be another locking nut on this Roma defence as they try to keep Inter out. And record a notable win. Capioli. Maniconi now. Delano shrugged off the challenge to find Battistini. Sosa once again hustled out of possession. Shalimov, that's going to be a free kick. There was a foul by Mihajlovic, and look how keen Ruben Sosa is to get hold of the ball. Maybe Roma will feel that shoulder met shoulder. But the referee interpreted that as a foul on Shalimov. Now, Ruben Sosa is so dangerous in these situations. He's only really had one opportunity from a dead ball situation, and then he struck the ball powerfully into the defensive wall. Ruben Sosa hasn't scored in the Olympic Stadium since leaving Lazio last year. This is his 3rd visit. 20 minutes left. Inter still a goal behind. Here's Sosa. Oh, not for much longer, they're level. Now, is that a mistake by Laurieri in the Roma goal? It matters little. Ruben Sosa with his 8th goal of the season drags Inter back into this match. Oh, this was a vicious, swerving free kick which Sosa managed to keep low. It's difficult to see how the trajectory of the ball beat Laurieri. Maybe this will show us. Oh, it bent right at the death as it reached the goalkeeper. He must have thought he'd got both hands onto the ball. It swerved violently away from him onto an upright, and Inter are back in it at 1-1. Well, will Inter use that as a platform now to go look for a winning goal? And they have another free kick. Call up Ruben Sosa. This 1-2 between Davide Fontalan and Delano results in more pressure on that Roma goal. It's from a very similar position from where Sosa scored. Here he is again. This one didn't swerve as violently. Laurieri gets both hands to the ball. Bergkamp. Looking for Ruben Sosa. Just wanted the ball to come down a little bit quicker for him there from Bergkamp's cross. This is Ruben Sosa with that powerful free kick, which Lorieri grasped. And Giannini's coming off here to be replaced by Piacentini. Does this game have a late goal in the script? Free kick to Roma for this foul on number 8, Bonacina, by Shalimov. It hasn't been a game embroidered by pretty football. Both sides have chiselled out a point so far, and now there's going to be another caution, surely for Ruben Sosa. That was a very, very high tackle. And his studs made their mark on Comi, the sweeper of Roma. As Capioli got his head to the ball. It's a free kick to Inter. Capioli was doing some pushing as he got up to head that one on goal. We've played more than 2 minutes of stoppage time at the end of the game. Still 1-1. Is there time for one last attack by Inter? This is Shalimov. And Inter are now unbeaten in their last 4 Serie A games, but they know they came close to defeat here against Roma. Roma taking the lead early on in the game through Balbo, an outstanding goal, but it was an outstanding equaliser which drew into level through Ruben Sosa. Final score 1-1. Let's take a check on the rest of the goals now from Serie A, starting with the league leaders, Parma.
This is Bozo. Dangerous ball in and a chance and a goal! Gambaro. His first goal. Well, of all people, that Gambaro popping up at the far post.
Yes, Bozo did exceptionally well, Peter. He comes out, he whips in a nice cross. Very difficult height for defenders. There's just tipping the tops of people's heads. And there's Gambaro on the far post with a very neatly taken goal on the volley.
Now Pecchia. Valeri wins it back though for Parma. On from Zola. Lasprilla. Valeri. This is more like it from Parma. Still Lasprilla. He's round one. Tackle! Explosive burst by Lasprilla.
Oh, that was fantastic football, Peter. He really did play a very nice one too. And you look at his power, his strength as he goes forward. And unfortunately, he just miscued the ball at the last minute.
Gambaro, caught in possession though by Benarivo. Another surging run down the flank by him. In towards Belly. First time strike, scooped out. That's brilliant. Appeals for penalty and it's given.
Yeah, quite right too. A definite penalty. You saw how alert he was, that's brilliant. It was absolutely terrific. The ball just came off of Fusco, who made a good save. I think it was Melli that hit it on the turn. As the ball comes across, it's Melli that has the little snapshot. And Fusco actually makes a good save, because I think that's slightly deflected. But look at that spree, it was off like a shot.
But here is Brolin with the kick. And Brolin makes it 1-1.
That's another very interesting technique. It actually looks as if Brolin stares at the goalkeeper, Fusco, up until the very, very last second. And he doesn't appear to look at the ball. And it's only at the last minute that he straightens his foot out and he pushes it into the far side.
Just to confirm, it's Corradini who has come on as a substitute for Napoli in place of Cannavaro. Tigrish tackling by Cripper, can't get away with that. Well, Carini on the end of some savage work then by Cripper, and he's been sent off.
Standing none of it, Peter, is he, the referee? There was definitely a little kick up there, but I think that could have been resolved with a yellow card. But he's sending them both off, and Cripper actually looks to say what for, but he did actually have a swoosh up at Carini, and Carini did retaliate with a couple of slaps on the chest, I think.
Now Gambaro. No real chance there though for Fonseca. Roland's header. Zola racing out of defence. Melli ahead of him, and Asprilla. What a pass in from Zola. Asprilla! Oh, what a goal that would have been.
That was magnificent football, Peter. It was a header by Brolin right in the middle of the Parma half, in which Zola picked up. It was a fabulous weighted pass, and timing of the pass was exceptional. Asprilla really should have put that in the back of the net. That's a bad error for him.
Free kick to Napoli. A chance and a goal. Fonseca. Oh, I spoke too soon. Fonseca with a dazzling goal.
Fantastic goal, Peter. And if we can see the whole thing, I don't know whether we will see the whole thing again. As the free kick's about to be taken, he moves to the ball and then makes a run off the back. We're not going to see it from this angle. Makes a run off the back of the defender, and he loses him. And all of a sudden he's nervous now. But it doesn't take much for Fonseca to. And we're still not going to see it. But as it comes, there's that little run. All the time in the world, but he elects to take it first time. What a finish! Absolutely fantastic goal from Fonseca.
Zola, the man who can really make things happen for them, and they need some of his inspiration, some of his magic now. Zola, maybe he's going to provide it. Still Zola! Fabulous run, and twice he's denied. Menotti, Melli hits the post.
Oh, that's fantastic action, isn't it? What a run from Zola. You called that one, Peter. And they did need a bit of his inspiration, and that was an absolutely marvellous run from Zola. A very, very intelligent ball at the finish.
Tekia and turn. Good effort too! Jonas 10, his first ever goal for Napoli. And maybe now he's put the game beyond the reach of the league leaders Parma.
It was an excellent strike by. I personally thought he'd missed his chance. He looked to square up initially to blast it with his right foot. Didn't decide to do so and dragged it onto his left side. But it went right into the corner. I thought he was going to hit it there and lost his chance. But no, he went round Brolin, his Swedish pal, and he drilled one right into the side net. And it wasn't the greatest strike in the world, but it's gone where he wants to put it.
In Bergamo, it took Genoa in the white strip just 10 minutes to find the net against Atalanta. Thomas Scoravi, the goal scorer. Czech striker converted Bortolazzi's 50-yard pass to score only his second goal of the season. However, Atalanta replied immediately. Inevitably, it was Maurizio Gans on target for the home side a minute after Genoa's strike. Into the second half now, and only the expertise of Stefano Tacconi denied Andrea Poggi his first Serie A goal. But the former international goalkeeper was beaten on 65 minutes by Valentini's powerful header. It proved to be the winning goal, thus ending a run of 12 league games without a victory. Only a goal-line clearance from Stefano Desideri denied Andrea Tentoni his 9th goal of the season early on in this match. But a quarter of an hour in, and the home side did open the scoring through Gian de Baggi, his first Serie A goal in 2 years. Cremonese hadn't beaten their opponents for 8 years on their own ground, and Udinese was soon level. Marco Branca set up Statuto, who was eventually brought down by Cristiani for a penalty. Udinese had managed just 9 goals all season. Marco Branca made it 10. He scored 8 of them. Many of you may recall the Argentinian Gustavo Di Zotti receiving the red card in the 1990 World Cup final. Well, just hours before the draw for 1994, he was at it again. How about this for a double indecent assault? Both players sent off. Equally painful for Cremonese was this opportunity to win the game when Tentoni ran half the length of the field and almost gave his team a full-time winner. It ended 1-1. Udinese have now drawn their last 4 Serie A matches. Foggia in the striped jerseys was seeking their first home win of the season. Capellini was almost celebrating his first home goal. 11 minutes in and Foggia took the lead through Mandelli. Stropper threatened Torino's goal in the second half. Torino's defender Annoni was doing likewise shortly afterwards. This late goal by Capellini was ruled out for offside. Foggia win at home at last, an early Christmas present for their fans. Juventus were without 8 first-team regulars for their game against Piacenza. Piacenza had all the early luck though. And it continued as Dino Baggio almost gave Juve the lead. Even the refereeing decisions were going against a Turin club as Ravanelli did his dying swan act. Piacenza's resistance lasted an hour until Juventus took the lead through Conte. It was his 3rd goal of the season. This was the game where the players wanted the referee off. He was suffering from a nosebleed. And vice versa, because Piacenza's afternoon turned sour as Carinante was red-carded for that foul on Di Livio. It was the fullback's 2nd cautionable offence. The referee was soon back into the swing of things. Then with 2 minutes left in the game, Juventus sealed their victory. Roberto Baggio started a move which spanned the width of the pitch. And it ended with Di Livio's cross for Ravanelli to score goal number 2. Juventus win for only the 2nd time in 6 Serie A games. Lazio had never beaten Lecce away in 8 previous visits. Lecce aimed to keep it that way, going close with Baldieri and then scoring through Gazzani on 22 minutes. Lecce's lead lasted just 9 minutes. It was a curious scrambled goal, but the first Lazio had ever scored in Lecce. Aaron Winter made it 1-1. Lazio hit the fast-forward button and thought they'd taken the lead in the second half, but Boksic's header was ruled out for offside. Gatta in the Lecce goal has had an outstanding season so far, keeping down the number of goals Lecce have been losing by. Here he is keeping out Boksic. But coming up, a mistake of comic proportions in the final minute. How on earth do you explain this one away? It proved to be the winner, scored by Casiraghi. Lazio win 2-1. It's only their 2nd away victory of the season. Milan, who'd lost 2 games in the space of a week, went into their home game with Cagliari, hoping to reclaim the leadership of Serie A. After Massaro and Orlando had gone close, Donadoni was busy stretching the reach of Fiori in Cagliari's goal. In fact, Donadoni supplied Massaro with a scoring pass as Milan took the lead half an hour in. 3 minutes later and Massaro was at it again, diverting in this corner kick. 3 more minutes and an almost identical goal. Cagliari scored. Former Milan youth player Villa made it 2-1. But where was the Milan marking? As you'd expect from such an expensive model, Milan were equipped with overdrive and they almost increased their lead after half-time. First Maldini went close. Next a goal line clearance from the Cagliari captain Mattioli denied Maldini a goal. Papan had the last opportunity to give the scoreline some reflection of Milan's domination of the game, but it wasn't to be. It ended 2-1 to Milan, who reclaimed top spot from Parma. David Platt has been in prolific form for Sampdoria, and he came within inches of giving his side the lead at home to Reggiana. It took another header to open the scoring, this time from Attilio Lombardo. The goal arrived 10 minutes into the second half. It's Popeye's 3rd goal of the season. Lombardo then created Samp's next opportunity to score. Ruud Hullit's powerful effort was brilliantly kept out by Taffarel. Lombardo was clearly enjoying his 100th consecutive game for Sampdoria. Once again, Ruud Hullit failed to find the target. Lombardo's goal proved enough to win the match for Sampdoria. They move into 2nd place behind Milan. So Milan are back on top of Serie A and they still have a game in hand. Sampdoria's narrow win over Reggiana lifts them over Parma into 2nd, while Napoli, 3-1 winners in the Tardini Stadium, moved to within 2 points of Inter and Lazio. Following their win over Torino, Foggia move up to 11th. The 4 clubs below them all lost at the weekend, allowing Atalanta to close the gap following their victory over fellow strugglers Genoa. And Merry Christmas to bottom team Lecce. None of the top 3 scorers improved their tally at the weekend. Meanwhile, Gans, Fonseca, Sosa and Branca all moved up into the chasing pack. Roberto Baggio was compensated when he was named both European and World Player for 1993. The whole of Italy will be counting on Baggio to reproduce the same form at next year's World Cup. Our next Italian football on Channel 4 is on January the 2nd, when we're back in the Olympic Stadium for Paul Gascoigne's Lazio against David Platt's Sampdoria. From Channel 4's Italian football team, happy Christmas and a happy New Year.